Aloha! My name is Danny Kilekini and welcome to Kung Fu Theater. Oh man, I just dated myself. The people that are as old as I am, they know exactly what I'm talking about. Every Saturday, I think it was Danny Kilekini was the host of Kung Fu Theater. And it was always you would be watching the Kung Fu show and they'd be like, "Hi, my name is Roger and I am excellent in fighting skills." And then the mouth would go. But all right,
No, this is the Friday Live.
Friday Live. Happy Aloha Friday.
Aloha Friday.
Adrian is coming to you from our storage unit.
Yes.
Adrian, who is our guest for today?
So we have the one and only Chad Shimabukuro. He is our principal broker and CEO of Keller Williams Honolulu. He has like 50 million different licenses in all these different states. He's very, very knowledgeable in both the mortgage and real estate, side of things, and we are just very happy to have him on the show. And we're even more excited to have him on the radio show this weekend. So you're going to get a lot of Chad Shima.
Yep.
And sorry in advance.
Yep. Mortgage broker in multiple states, as well as real estate broker in California, Arizona, Hawaii, but not Mexico.
No,
not Mexico. Alaska.
Yeah.
Can we talk about this? Alaska.
I'm licensed. Yes. I have igloos. I can get a good deal on an igloo for you for sure.
Yeah, but ever since that tequila incident, they're not giving him a real estate license in Mexico.
No Mexicos. Yeah.
No Mexico. So, all right, Chad. So, what we're tapping onto your expertise and depth of knowledge on is what is going on with the real estate market today.
Yeah, real estate is a cyclical industry, and whether you're a consumer buying a home, by the way, you're part of the real estate industry when you're renting a home too, right? Because you're paying someone else's mortgage, and it's an investment for someone else too. So everyone's part of this industry, and rates go up, rates come down, prices go up, prices come down. The good news for those in Hawaii to know is our market in Hawaii, specifically Oahu, is extremely robust. It typically falls in the top 20 of all real estate markets in the country in terms of appreciation and maintaining that value and so forth. So are rates going up? Sure. But it doesn't mean that you can't get a phenomenal deal. There's ways to get and negotiate an interest rate that is almost like a snapshot in time. What if you can get into a time machine, Attilio and Adrian, and go back to an interest rate a year ago or a year and a half, 2 years ago? And you can. If you have a good agent that you guys are working with, you can negotiate that rate down and still offer a phenomenal deal for your buyers.
If I had that time machine, I go back to when I was selling Pokemon cards, and I would get me a whole bunch of foil Charizards because they're like going for crazy prices on the internet. But
you can trade one for a single family home right now.
So,
yeah, maybe for the down payment, and then I would also go get some Bitcoin.
So Chad, what you're saying is it's important who you're working with.
Yeah.
Right. Because they know, they're going to know some different strategies in working in these different times that we're in real estate with the market shift. So let's talk a little bit about that and what we do as Keller Williams and the things that you help the agents to learn about.
What is a market shift? What is that?
There's a wonderful book. It's called The Shift. It was written by Gary Keller in 2007 in preparation for the mortgage meltdown in 2009. And that book and the tactics that he speaks about in that book is very relevant today. By the way, if anyone wants a copy of that, you're welcome to call or email me, and I'm happy to provide you with one for free. Because that's very relevant. It can help you. But I will tell you, Adrian, I was having a conversation with an agent outside of KW just recently. And when I said, hey, how's business? How are things going? They kept saying, oh my gosh, I'm losing all my buyers and interest rates are going up. And I explained what I was telling you guys just a moment ago. And it's almost like they paused and they're like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. I'll do that. I'll start talking to my client, which is great. That's what you want to do. But at the same time, to your point with KW, we're always continuing to grow and to learn and to better ourselves and improve our knowledge and really being experts in the market of the moment, not the market of the past. And that's super important, especially when you're working with and dealing with clients. because you have to know exactly what's going on and how you can help them achieve their goals and priorities in real estate, whether they're buying or selling.
So Chad, is there a class that could be coming up very soon that could help any agent from any brokerage with these kinds of situations and strategies that you speak of?
Yeah, in fact, we're putting together a class called the Shift Summit, and we are planning it on November 18th. We're finalizing the venue, but it's very limited seating. And our goal is to provide information to real estate agents, not with KW, but outside of KW. We want to come from contribution and help other agents. So what we can expect to have there is an appraiser, a local lender, a business owner, a tax advisor, a CPA, a contractor, someone from the tax assessment office. It's all parts of real estate in our industry, but how it impacts us and what we can look for so we can better serve our clients and what's coming down the pipe.
So if we've got an agent that's watching, how do they sign up for this? What's the best way to do that?
You can call me or text me. My number is on the screen there, 808-754-5800. You can email me at chadshima@kw.com. I'm happy to put you on that list. It doesn't cost anything at all. Again, we want to just serve our community and our industry and come from contribution and really just level up our industry. This is the time when, I will tell you, if nothing else, it should scare someone into doing something positive, which is accepting this challenge of what the shift is. But there is about 1.5 million real estate agents nationally. And during every shift, they expect typically to lose anywhere between 30 to 35% of the agent body. Some of those are part-time agents. Some of those agents are ones that are a little bit lost in the dark and not sure what to do in times like this. And I can tell you, it's nothing to be scared of. It's opportunity abundant, but you just have to know what to do and how to do it. So please reach out to me, whether if for this class, the Shift Summit that's coming up on November 18th, or whether you need some direction or some coaching or some mentorship, I'm happy to chat with you. So please reach out to me, and I'm happy to lend a hand.
You said the Shift Summit is November
18th.
November 18th. It's likely going to be in Pearl City. We're just finalizing the venue, but I'll have a better grasp on it within the next couple of weeks here.
Yeah.
Now, I would say too that if that date doesn't work for you for some reason, Keller Williams Honolulu has classes all the time. In fact, Attilio and I were in the Kapolei office just yesterday teaching it was like an hour and a half that we spent going through some strategies that agents need to know.
Yeah. I'll tell you one of the,
yeah.
And you know what's cool about the KW culture? People was sharing bogus information to trip you up. No, that's not what the culture is. We were asking a bunch of questions and no one was sharing anything. No, that's not the KW culture either. Just the opposite. Everybody was sharing everything. There was even stuff that we learned. What I like about when you guys do the training is the information is going both ways. We're engaging with the people in the audience. We're the presenters presenting information. But it's a collaboration of learning.
And there's a lot of learning that happens with Keller Williams International and with our local Keller Williams offices. We've got classes almost every day, it seems like.
Can I share a quick story anecdote that might be helpful too?
Yes.
When I've been in real estate now for 22 years. And when I first got into real estate, I remember I walked into the office of the top producing agent at that time. And I said, I see all the awards and the plaques on the wall with your name on it. Can I take you out to lunch? Can I pick your brain? Can I learn a little bit from you? And you would have thought that I was cheating off of an exam from him. He kind of just covered his answers kind of thing and looked at me like, no, what are you talking about? And I was like, oh, okay, well, maybe he's just having a bad day. And then I go to the next guy and I'm like, hey, I see your name on the board. Not as much as the first guy, but I see your name on the board. Can I pick your brain? Can I take you to lunch? And he's like, no. I've been doing this for X amount of years and you got to figure it out yourself. And I'm like, oh, this is the thing. This is what it's like. And the difference with KW, it's a culture thing, right? And so the difference with KW is you can literally, and I've challenged someone to do this many times before, and every time I've won that bet, which is go up to the top producing agent that you see in the office, tap them on the shoulder and say, hey, can I pick your brain and take you out to lunch? And what likely will happen is they'll take you out to lunch. Yeah. And they'll show you everything that they're doing. They'll show you their where they're getting their leads from, how they operate, the whole thing, because it's not a secret. I mean, with KW, we already have the blueprint is the secret. It's called The Millionaire Real Estate Agent, which
Yeah.
is a book that is available to anyone inside and outside of KW. But that is the culture piece with KW. Is we're so collaborative. We want to grow together, help each other level up, and be better versions of ourselves.
Yeah, we're open books for open wallets. I just tell them, open up your wallet. I snapped a 20 out of there. I'm like, what do you want to know? No, it's free.
And we love the culture. That's why our team is part of Keller Williams Honolulu, is because of that culture and the education. It's a great place to be, especially in these changing times.
You need help. You're going to need help. You're going to need the help of your fellow realtors, and no better way to do that than in a brokerage where that culture is nurtured. It's like the African proverb: if you want to go fast, go by yourself, which seems to be the norm in other places. But if you want to go farther, go together. If you want to go farther, go together. What else, Chad?
Well, as Adrian mentioned before too, there's tons of classes we have. I don't have a list of them all in front of me now, but feel free to reach out and call or email me, text me. But we have typically classes every single day, some in person, some on Zoom, some held and hosted locally, nationally, or regionally. So it is literally a buffet of information and knowledge. And whether you're even in another firm, we would love to help you and help you grow your business too. So don't feel scared or hesitate to reach out.
So I just want to point out that this is very important, especially in this kind of market, because we're in a skills-based market now. Like, it's like the days are over where you just throw the house up on the MLS and you get 20 offers.
All done.
That's done.
One of the things that Gary Keller said, which I thought was brilliant, is he said a good market can make a bad realtor look good. And, to your point is, putting the property on the MLS. And then when you finally hammer that sign into the yard, you have 15 offers. That is not happening now. And what we do is we specialize in is we teach people how to move a property. You have to identify the demographic. You have to price ahead of what the market is doing. And there's a bunch of things that a good agent is going to do in the course of listing a property, because you only have a finite amount of time to make before that price starts to drop, before days on market creep a little too high. And to serve the client best, you have to act swiftly, quickly, and purposefully. And we help with all that.
Yeah, and I think it's important too, when you're in front of the client and they're asking all these questions, they're making a determination of what? Do I want to do business with you? And, I guess in a Zoom, you can go, yeah, I got that information for you. What else? Oh, okay, hold on. Okay, I got that. You do that either on the Zoom or in person, they're going to be like, what the? But, I screen shared it there. The classes. But look at all these classes.
Wow.
I mean, it's like.
And that's only like a week and a half or so at a time. So it's jam packed.
Yeah. It's like almost like.
I want you to share a little bit about, because we're talking about data and understanding the data and the markets and it being a skills-based market. Chad, what do you do for our agents to help support them with this data and set them up for success?
Sure. I do a few things, and one of them I'll share the screen with you too. But I make some videos and talking points on what to look for, what to look at, how to read the market data, so that you can, you don't need to sell someone to buy a home or sell someone to list the home. If you provide them with enough information, you can come from education and educate them into them making the right decision. And the screen that I'm sure that Attila will throw up for me real quick is called a TMO. It's exclusive to us. We're the ones that created and prepared it. TMO stands for Total Market Overview. And so it's not data that we're making up or getting separately. What we're doing is we're breaking out data points that already exist on the MLS, but unfortunately our board and the MLS doesn't have this type of report. And as you can see, what it does is it does provide things that we want to know with the total listings and pending ratios and months of inventory, but it's breaking up months of inventory per category of price point. So like, for instance, if you notice, everything is under 1 month of inventory. It's still a moving market, except for one bucket that you see 2.4 months of inventory. That's a different thing altogether. So how is that helpful? Well, if you're a buyer, that's helpful because you know that maybe I can get a better deal if I make an offer on one of those properties because it's sitting there and not moving at all. And if you know that if you're a seller and you intend on listing it in that price point, maybe you should list it a little bit less than that, because you know that slightly less than that, it's moving much, much quicker at 0.7 months of inventory. So again, it's all knowledge. And what we want to do is we teach you how to look at that data, but we provide you with these kind of reports. So it makes you smarter and more efficient in when you're working with and dealing with clients.
Well, and it's exclusive to KW because you're the one that makes them.
Yes.
I'm the only one that makes it. That's right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
So he goes back to his real estate bat cave, and
it's an abacus. I don't want to ruin the fun, but it's an abacus that I use.
This big cauldron of data, and you stir it around, and then you pick out all the stuff, then make it something that's palatable and understandable that the agents can use as a tool.
Yeah, that's right.
To look professional in front of the client, and for buyers or sellers, right?
That's
buyers
right.
Sellers.
Yeah, data is data, and it's useful no matter what side you're on. So that information is applicable both ways.
Now, let's say somebody's out there and they're thinking about getting into real estate. Two types of people. Talk to the person thinking about getting into real estate and the person that's already in real estate but maybe thinking about KW.
Yeah, so a brand new person that's
it's good information because he froze. He's saying if you're a brand new agent, you got to go to class, get licensed. Oh, keep going.
Sorry.
There we go.
There you go. You broke up for a moment.
Yeah, if you're a brand new agent, and you're looking to change industries, get into real estate. Real estate is a phenomenal industry. You do have to take pre-licensing. It's super easy. We can connect you with resources to take online classes. It's very inexpensive. And then we train you from the ground up. I mean, so long as I'm going to steal one of Attilio's lines, so long as you're humble, hungry, smart, and growth-minded, we can teach you the rest. The skill part of it, the calling, the desire to work, the motivating part, we can help you with a lot of those things so long as you're humble, hungry, smart, and growth-minded. For those that are already licensed with other brokerages, I mean, look back at what you've accomplished in the last couple of years. Do you think that you could have done more and bigger and better things? Because KW is really a coaching company, a mentorship company, a technology company that is in disguise of being a real estate company. We really help people level up and grow, which is why we're the number one real estate firm on planet Earth. We're not number one in Mars yet, in the moon, but we are number one on planet Earth, which is an awesome thing to say.
Pole to pole.
And I think that KW also teaches agents how to be business owners, not just agents and transactional. And I think that's a very important differentiation with our company and the culture of our company.
And we can speak from firsthand experience. We were with another big box national brokerage.
And that's how we met Chad.
That's right. We were there together.
He was there too. And then we saw the other ship with the KW flag on it, and we jumped off the boat and swam across the water. And this is where we'll be.
But we're running our team like a business now, whereas before it was very transactional. And we've got KW to thank for that and making those shifts.
They teach you to run a team, and you're almost like a brokerage within the brokerage.
Absolutely. You're a business within a business.
Yeah. People are like, why don't you go start on your own? I'm like, I don't want the headaches of the principal broker and all that
You mean
stuff.
my headaches?
Yeah, exactly. And all that, the bigger picture stuff. We'd rather have you guys take care of that so that we can focus. And I think that's the key. You take a lot of things off the plate of the agents so that they can focus on more of the dollar productive activities.
So as you talk about business within a business, taking things off the plate, let's wrap this up with some of those additional agent services that Keller Williams Honolulu offers to make our jobs easier.
Yeah, there's so many of them. I'll highlight the top ones. Is we have in-house transaction management. They are absolutely phenomenal, and it's priced typically lower than what you could buy someone for outside of that, which is great. We have property management in-house. So if you have the need for having that service, we have that in-house. We have a full concierge team, which will help schedule things like your home inspector, lawn care, cleaning, all part of the transaction services. We have someone that does and takes care of all those things for you. We have in-house marketing, so email designs and business cards and email footers and that sort of thing, all taken care of for you as well. And really, to Attilio's point before, is what we're trying to do is keep you focused on what you do best, which is the connection and relationship building with your client, let us do the back end stuff. Let us do all the stuff that you don't need to be spending time and energy on, and we'll take care of the rest for you.
I calculated it too, because we had we had one of our agents is like, oh, I do transaction coordination. I'll just do it myself. And we were kind of having the conversation. We don't want to push too hard because people are, they're comfortable.
We were in class.
And,
I didn't want to put her on the spot.
I didn't want to put her on the spot, but if I was to have that conversation again or one-on-one, I would say this, I just did the math. It's basically about minimum wage is what you're paying somebody else to do that. And what you got to do is run a calculation on how much you make when you close a transaction. And you can't, correct me if I'm wrong, but you cannot be in two places at the same time. While you're dealing with a termite inspection, you cannot be taking a call for somebody who wants you to go list their home for sale. You can't.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. I mean, they say that it takes anywhere from 20 to 30 hours on average just to do the transaction portion of it. That's 20 or 30 hours in the course of a 45-day escrow. That's time that you could be either spending with your family or, like you said, working on getting more escrows.
Or you said something even more important: spending time with your family instead of doing
balance
all night long.
Having some balance in your life.
Yeah, exactly. Or get back your life.
That's right.
As always, awesome to have you as a guest. You're going to be like Michael Baldwin on Saturday Night Live. We'll have you as a repeat guest.
Yes.
Awesome.
And,
thank you for having me.
Repeat offender. And we thank you so much. And we are going to say, everybody go out there and
have a great weekend.
People always accuse us KW agents of drinking Kool-Aid. We just want to give you an update. We switched to tequila. Tequila. So, all right. Happy Aloha Friday.